turn my world, you precious thing. Everything I've done for you. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another live. So, hello, Paranormal Hunters. That's Sean. Hello, Anne, Dave, Amory, Jamie, Megan, Pomp. Oh, Will's here as well. Hello, Will. You have no idea. Hello, London Girl. Hello, Megan. Megan as well. You have no idea. And oh, Amory, you're here as well. Where's some Dave? Dave, hello as well. Pomp as well. Hello. That's weird. It's been weird then. Anyway, hello everybody. How are you all doing? You have no idea how hot this is. I was like, what should I put on today? What should I put on? It's quite warm. I know, let's put the hottest thing possible on. Why not? How is everyone? Oh dear. It is another type of warm. How's everybody been doing anyway? You all doing good? Oh my god, it's David Bowie. Yes, it is. You remind me of the babe with the power of voodoo. You do remind me of the babe. Is your package like... Well, Sean can tell you that, can't you, Sean? Oh dear. Let's move my chat so it's a little bit more central. So when I'm looking at it, it also looks like I'm sort of looking at you lot as well, so I don't look away constantly, but there you go. So, yeah, I know, it's got very Tina Turner vibes as well, hasn't it? I'm calling, I'm waiting, my heart on fire. And if I take the wig off completely, I look, because of what I've done with the face, I look a little bit like Divine. You know Divine? Will's like, what the fuck's going on? So when people are flicking through Will, because this goes out on short feeds, they double take. Oh dear. Jamie, did you boot? Who? Did someone say something? Let people say something first, right? Unless people start popping at other people in the chat, let them pop at me, right? Because I like a good argument. But yeah, I'm dressed as Jareth from Labyrinth, for those of you that don't know. If I take the wig off, like I was saying, I look a little bit like Divine. And at some point I'll probably have to take it off. Because I'm that hot. So, not hot as in like, yeah, I'm hot man, yeah. As in like I'm boiling. Yeah, I look like Divine from the 80s, you know. You think you're a man, but you're only a boy. You know, Divine? I don't know. After you're going, ew, ew. Anyway, paranormal stuff. That's what we're here for tonight, you know. This evening. I've been doing a lot of thinking. But before we crack into that, let's catch up with everybody, shall we? Jamie? No, I didn't. I missed it. I think everybody's just in a little bit of disarray that I'm dressed like Bowie from Labyrinth. Hey, Friday. So I did say, didn't I, the other day that I dress up sometimes. I remember Divine. Jeez, I feel old now, mate. Yeah. Classic. Proper stuff that was. Brain drain for me. So for some reason I got all the Bowie songs on my head now. Changes, turn and face the pain. Love the costume, thank you very much. You might love the costume for the next 20 minutes and I might have to take it off because I am dying in this. Patches available, they are, thank you Dave. Patches are available. They're on the website and if you want one you can just tell me now. They're over there. If I try and get them out it's going to sound like I'm crinkling the crisp packet, so I better not. Unless there's any down there? No, they're in. Yeah, it's just the logo, the Haunt of the Truth logo. That's all it is. So I've got some questions for you lot. So I hope that you're all into the paranormal. Well, I'm assuming you all are. Because I've been thinking about stuff recently. And I hope that there's believers, skeptics, open skeptics, a bit of everything in here. Shower time, you just got in. Will, you're gonna have a shower, get out, and then need another shower. That's what I found anyway. Yeah, it's boiling now. Yeah, please do. Share this out to people. Because I'm dying in the heat. Popping in before having to run to work. So my first question is this. Okay. Some people think... Wait, first and foremost, who believes in reincarnation? Who believes in reincarnation? Thanks, Friday. I hope work goes well. We all... Me. So Anne, you believe in reincarnation? Anyone else? Ooh. It's possible, I don't know if I believe in it. Okay. I had a thought the other day, right? A random thought. Okay. If reincarnation... This is a question for you lot. If reincarnation is real, let's say it's a possible thing, what happens? Because reincarnation, some people believe that you come back maybe as an animal. Some people think that you're born again into another physical form of a human. But if it's real, what happens when the Earth dies? When the Earth is gone? When the sun fizzles out, or supernovas, and the Earth is nothing anymore? When the universe continues to expand so much that it gets faster and faster and faster, that everything will turn into a deep freeze, and the entirety of all of the universe will be rocks and ice. No life. Then what happens? This is for you lot. Christopher Nolan. I'm just sat here watching Mark. I'm not Mark, I'm the Goblin King. These are food for thought questions. Let's chuck it out there. That's the first one I've got. And then when I run out of questions, then we can just chinwag. In the meantime, I did have the original necklace from Labyrinth that he wore. I don't know where it's gone. The only one I could find was Never Ending Story. Different film, same company. If the Earth dies or is deleted, you know, we would come back in another timeline or another reality, assuming the multiverses. Oh. Now you've chucked a spanner in the works, Friday. These things more deeply than me, I do. I'm there at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking of these things, and I wrote them down. I was like, I'm gonna have to discuss this with everybody. I thought about the ghosts. Did you see them treading search on you? The what? So, okay. So do you think, let's say multiverses are real, do you think they're never ending then? That reincarnation isn't defined to just one universe? This is assuming multiverses are real. If reincarnation is real, someone or something must control it. They would just stop. Yeah, well, Pomp, you could say the same about anything, though. Like, a plant grows because it grows. No one is controlling the plant that's growing. It takes light from the sun with photosynthesis and nutrients from the earth and does everything else No one's making the plant do that. So do you need control? So if implosion, then we all disappear into ether, maybe. Well, we're coming to the next question, Jamie, in a minute. Hold your horses on the ether stuff. After studying NDEs and OBEs, isn't that like a thing you can get, an OBE? Like from the Queen or something? I don't know. It opens a whole new can of worms. Foxhand, that's what it did. DNA is a code. All growing things do follow instruction. DNA is a code. It's in its own right. Yeah, but it's not like someone sat there controlling it physically. I suppose it's like if I write a code for a machine and then I just leave it to go to self-work. In that sense, I suppose it could be. But it's not like somebody's pulling the levers, I was going to call it then, I don't know why. Hey Tammy! Welcome! Do you like? Out of body experience. Oh, okay. My hairdresser come round yesterday, and she said that she had a dream about seeing her loved ones and going to the pearly gates and going through and seeing all her loved ones there, and apparently an angel came to her and said it's not your time, and then she woke up. Now, is that a dream, or did she have like some sort of astral travel? Catch up on these comments if I've missed anything. If I have missed anything, I do apologise. I personally believe you have a choice to be reincarnated, so if the Earth dies, then no one will reincarnate, if that makes sense. So what, then you would stay like within the other, wherever the other is? Is that what you mean? Which leads me to this one. You ready? If ghosts are the dead, if when you die, you go to another space, another dimension, the other side, the ether, whatever you want to call it, heaven, etc. This would exist in, first and foremost, are we all on the same page that if this place exists, it exists outside of our plane, outside of our space and time? Are we on that page? If hypothetically, if it exists, some of you obviously believe it exists, but some of you might not. Are we all on the same page there? Lights went out. Hello, Laura. I told you I had the Bowie costume, didn't I? Didn't I tell you that I had the Goblin King costume? I brought you a gift. A gift. And if you turn it this way and look into it, it'll show you your dreams. But this is an ordinary gift for a girl who looks after a screaming baby. Forget about the baby. There we go. Yeah. But to answer what you were saying, it's not control like driving a car, but there are automatic things that do follow code. Yeah, DNA is a really interesting one as well, isn't it? It's almost as if, I think someone actually compared it to like computer code, which would apply to the simulation theory, which is a whole nother live. That will take us ages. I'm not staying in this wig to talk about simulations. But yeah, so we're all on the same page that the dead, if they turn into ghosts or what have you, if they don't reincarnate, they go into the ether, the heaven, another place, etc. Right? That's what everyone's sort of agreeing on here. My question then is this: if that realm is outside of our space and time, it exists within a different plane of existence, then time doesn't apply there. And I said this the other day as well, Laura, on your live. I put this question out. If time doesn't apply there, what's to say that all the people in the future that die cannot come back to the past? Because if you're outside of time, in a different plane of existence, you can go anywhere. So in theory, I should be able to haunt myself. Have a way with that. Let's go. Some of you are thinking, like, this is far too deep for a Wednesday evening in 25 degrees. There's no such thing as time as a human construct. That's the first and foremost one. Well, even so, if that's a thing, if the past, present, and future are all happening, going to happen, and happened all at once, and the perception of time is just something that we've come up with, then again, we should be able to move about. Like I don't know. I've just my own brain just popped for a second. Hey Tony, welcome. How you doing? Thank you, Jamie, for the sub reminder. Correct. Time has no meaning in that realm. So, some spiritualists say you can do that. I call upon the spirit of myself from the future when I inevitably die by doing something stupid to please come forward now and pull my wig off of my head. Nope. Time is imaginary. I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Because there was a beginning, and then that beginning expanded and is still expanding and is speeding up. But if time doesn't exist, then it's speeding up in the now. But if it's speeding up in the now, but the past isn't a past thing because time doesn't exist, then it shouldn't be speeding up at all. It should be stagnant. Anything and everything we do should be stagnant if there is no progression from the start, which was the singularity of the Big Bang. Oh, good lord. I did tell you, the title, I'm not lying when I said we're going to be talking deep. Space and time are of the same fabric, yes. Space can bend, so can time. However, it's causality, that keeps it going in a single direction. But that doesn't apply to if you are a spirit in a spirit realm. You should be able to move about. Like the movie Interstellar, when they go through the black hole and they go into another... I don't want to give it away if you've not seen it. Brilliant film. Brilliant film. Perhaps the process starts again on Earth, like planet. I've heard yesterday there's been another one. Really? Oh, another Earth-like planet. Yeah, there's loads already always popping up. How long is the live? I'll pop a gummy in 40 to 60 minutes and I'll be... Probably not that long tonight, Megan, because I'm boiling. And I've not had any gummies. This is just me at the moment. Midnight Madness. Slightly different. They never stay up. Jesus is truth and life. Okay. Stick around because I've got some questions for you. I think I'm already high watching this. Who is to say a dream isn't reality and reality is a dream? Oh, Jamie. Oh, here we go. It was oh, I've read that one already. I'm lost, yeah. I'm lost in the comments with this deepness. I just woke up from a nap and can't answer the question yet. My brain isn't on. Jesus loves you all. Well, Yeshua of Nazareth, who raised Lazarus from the dead and walked on water. I mean, even with that concept of things, because who here believes in God and stuff like that? Even God is said to be all-knowing and already knows the future, already knows the past, already knows what everyone's going to do, say. I mean, that's space-time itself, isn't it? Oh, maybe that's what the dark energy and dark matter is. Oh, who knows? We're going off on a tangent now. Not bad. Thor, Loki, Megan, you're just naming all the deities there. I'm really enjoying this streaming subject, but I have to go to work. I'd love to again. Not to worry. Have a good evening. I don't see you for the rest of the day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I normally end with that, but I'm doing it just for you, Friday, just for you. But only just can. Yeah, well, he needs to hurry up, doesn't he? Why would he let people do? But oh, here we go. Oh, I'm not going down the I'll do a religious. I will do at some point. I will do a religious live, but not tonight. Let's stick with these out there theories. If you want to jump in with these out there theories and comply it to Jesus and God, then have at it. But it's such a big subject that I just can't do it tonight. But feel free to subscribe and look out for any time I decide to do it. I'm a what? I can't read that. I take beliefs from here and there, but mostly I'm Norse pagan witch. Norse pagan witch. Okay. Is that like Loki and Thor and stuff, yeah? Is that Norse? I don't bloody know. Thank you, I don't need preaching. Preaching? No, I'm not gonna. I was gonna do something and I was like, better not. What can you say and do on YouTube? I was like, nah. Next question. And are we done with the other one, by the way? With the why am I not haunting myself? Or has anyone else got anything out there which they are like dying to say? Wayne, hello, good evening. I come on expecting to see Haunted Truth, instead I see most haunted Rocky Horror. It's Bowie from Labyrinth. Hence the Wacky Wednesdays. I don't always do this, but yeah. Although now, it's outstanding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I'm not doing it all. I'm not doing it all. I came to your home and went to eat and shower. How you feel? I mean, you will get timed out if people are not appreciating it. I do apologise, but not this evening. I've allowed you to say a little bit of it, and I'll take it on board. I do research into it quite a lot, so don't feel that your words are being wasted on me. But this evening, I'm not going to be discussing religion, so with all due respect, let's keep it out for now. Thank you. I had a brain fart today. Took me 2 hours to figure out how to clip my light. I did see in you writing some comments. It was making me giggle. I only figured out what Chris, don't you start mentioning God as well. You remind me of the babe. I'm regretting putting this on. I wasn't gonna put anything on, and I thought, no, I've got to do something. Got to do something for people. I am dying now. I might have to take the wig off in a bit. Not gonna lie. Oh, you went for the full. Okay. I mean, he did get warned a couple of times, so it's not like I didn't say. Okay, here's the next one. This is to do with activity in locations, which happens, by the way. He wasn't putting anything. No, I was just gonna dress in me casuals. And just me top in that, but I decided last minute to do this. But the wig's gonna have to come off at some point because I'm toasting. I've never been to a location. You should do it. But activity's a real thing. Doesn't matter what anyone says. There's people that are really skeptical out there. Very cynical people out there. But I've witnessed it firsthand. And it definitely happens. The question is, what's making it happen? Now, the go-to for most of you and most people is it's a ghost. Yeah. Here comes my question. When things happen, such as banging, bumping, running, and objects being thrown, how can these physical things happen without a physical mass exerting its kinetic energy and potential energy? Without invoking a non-scientific thing. So you cannot invoke something. You can't go, well, because God allows it. All right. Answer it without doing that. Let's see. Let's go. How many comments have I missed? Moral, take it off. I'll take it off. I'm feral, sorry. Just posted in the chat of how far I've got on my Myers, mate. This is a Love Labyrinth. Okay. I saw a ghost for 15 seconds face to face in a house built on an asylum in... Wow. So, okay, wait, John. This is interesting. I'm having deep conversations. I've just seen myself in the video there. I'm having deep conversations dressed as Bowie from Labyrinth, but bear with me. John, there's a place near me called Barrow Gurney Asylum. All sorts of mad shit happened there. Things being thrown down corridors, glass got thrown, weird stuff captured on camera. Went back there, they'd knocked it down, went back there to the grounds. Still, weird things happen. Now, they've got houses on it. And myself and Chris and whoever else has been there has always said, I wonder if activity will continue once houses are there. And now you're saying that maybe it's a possibility. Maybe. Probably the land is haunted, John, probably. See, people were struggling with my question. How can things be thrown? How can no, not even thrown. How can something do this without using kinetic energy and potential energy that doesn't have a physical form or physical mass? Because that's impossible. I really struggle with that. So if someone here can explain it to me, these are the questions going out to you lot. What is the most creepiest place you've investigated? What, me or John? Me, probably Poltergeist House. Snuff Mills, Halfway Farm. The care home recently. That's definitely up there. If you've not seen that episode yet on the care home, go check that one out. It's a must-see. There's a lot of people online going, this is the best thing ever, this is the scariest thing ever. Don't watch this alone. And it's always clickbait. Genuinely, this is a good one. Those of you that have seen it here can testify. Those of you that are new here, I'm Mark, I'm a paranormal investigator. This is Haunting the Truth. I sometimes dress up in costumes. Any questions? Just ask. Same thing happened with Houston Valley Insane Asylum. Many buildings were torn down and stores and shit went up and the town went. Yeah, it's so strange in there. I love when they ask, are you there? Knock twice for yes and once for yes and twice for no, but how does it work? Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Poltergeist manifests by us, as in emotions. Yeah, but without weight, without physicality, like I can't, for example, like I can't wave at that and make it go. I need that energy from the kinetic and potential energy to do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm struggling with that. It's really difficult for me to understand. But then I know what happens. So it's like trying to comply that with what I know of the universe. And it doesn't seem to work. 2 weeks prior, I was sleeping on a sofa and something attacked me in my sleep. It was different, it felt real. I tried to physically fight it as you would in your sleep. And it wasn't sleep paralysis. I have to put that out there. Do you watch a lot of investigations yourself, Mark? I try to when I get the time. It is quite difficult to watch everything because there's quite a lot online. But I do go through things sometimes, yeah. Hey Ghost Wiener. What was the last thing, like the last thing other than the people I know that I've seen? Somebody had this shadow figure in their kitchen. I watched that because there's a lot of fake stuff out there as well, so it's hard to know what's real and what isn't. Energy build up, high motion state and normal motion would do anything. Yeah, but Anne wouldn't do anything, I was going to say. Physical touch is needed for noise to be there. Yeah. So unless the entity, whatever it is, some of you want to call it spirit, ghost, demon, whatever, it's up to you. Unless it's invisible, but it still has a mass to it, like a physical mass to it. Hey Dan. Then it could just be either outside of our spectrum of vision, or it's within a different realm, but then it still has weight and mass to it, so it can still interact. Because in theory that could work. A fourth dimensional being could make a knock noise in our area, but we wouldn't see it do it. Hey Evelyn, welcome in, thanks for coming, thanks for subscription, much appreciated. John, I realised I couldn't stop it physically and I felt it showed it how loving I am. I mean, just I don't know how you would control something like that. Anne might be able to tell you better on how you deal with things like that if it is something. But it does sound scary, that's for sure. Did I say hi to Dan? I think I did. No one will ever define proof or answers or human beings to understand. Yeah, I mean, we're never going to get conclusive proof or evidence for anybody to accept it. But for those of us that know that it's real, regardless of what we think it is, if we think it's a ghost, if we think it's an evil spirit, if we think it's a demon, if we think it's a dimensional being, right? Regardless of that, we can still try to understand how it's doing what it's doing. We might not be able to know what the thing is that's doing it, but because it's happening within the confines of our universe, we should be able to figure out the how. But we haven't. And that's what I struggle with. Hey Mark, just on a break. Thought I'd pop in. Well, I hope this is a pleasant surprise for you, Dan. Or this is just the normal for anyone that gets on the bus in Bristol. Nothing's ever happened in my life again. Yeah, just keep an eye out for that. I'm just gonna have a quick drink. I'll mute, don't you worry. Got the hair in my mouth. Approximately 18 years ago, I witnessed a figure of a little girl approximately 6 years old wearing a flowery white blouse and red shirt. The apparition took 45 minutes before it completely disappeared. Question mark. I've heard of many people witness this. Chris, if he's still here, I don't know if he is, he might have nipped in and gone, Jesus Christ, and then left. He seen an old woman in the care home at Oakland Manor cottages at the bottom of the stairs. We weren't filming at the time, but he seen it and then it vanished. And Josh seen a full-bodied shadow figure as well, which again vanished. So I know these things can happen, but I don't know what they are. Is it a little girl? Dan's here, so he's quite switched on when it comes to written texts of, without going too biblical, because we had someone here preaching a minute ago, Dan, but it does say, if I'm right in saying that, in the Christian belief system and the Muslim and the Jewish belief system, they don't think that it's a spirit of someone that died. They think it's an evil presence or a demon. So I suppose it's all about personal preference. Ghosts are a parallel universe and something entwines with us. Yeah, Megan, this is close to what I personally think as well. My personal thoughts on it is, could this be something within a different dimension? Because things within a fourth dimension could exist, coincide with us, interact with us, and we wouldn't be able to see them. They could pick objects up, move them to another location, and then put them back, and to us it would look like the object vanishes and then rematerializes. The poltergeist house, a chair disappeared from the kitchen. Not when I was there, but this was what the owners had on video, not the actual thing. It disappeared in the aftermath. And then they were like, what was that noise? They heard a loud bang, and then it reappeared behind a locked door in the living room. That's dematerialization and rematerialization. That's only possible if it gets taken out of our physical dimension. I think some of you might be able to say otherwise. Now if ghosts were like Bigfoot, they can jump dimension to dimension willingly, which I think is more far likely. Assuming, yeah, I've heard of Bigfoot being this sort of dimensional being as well. YouTube's buffering. Sorry about that. Should always be suspicious of any spirit until it investigated over a period of time. Yeah, sort of, Jamie. You still here, Dan? I don't know if he is. I know he's on break, so he might have gone. My final question, and then we can just all discuss everything as a whole, unless I think of anything else, is someone has an ability where they can sense things, they can sense energies, they can sense auras. Is it possible to still detect with their eyes closed? And if it is possible to test with their eyes closed or being blindfolded, can this be tested under observations? So if someone, let's say they can see an aura around someone, or they can, so some people say that they can recognize where crystals are without seeing where the crystals are. They know that there's a crystal there because they can feel it. Is it possible to do this without seeing the object or person? Yeah, but what I mean, Dan, is on a like a extreme scale. So like, let's say for example you said that you could sense the energy from crystals. I would then put 20 cups out, and under one cup would be the crystal. And in theory, if you could do it without seeing, I'm not saying you specifically, but whoever, you should be able to know where that crystal is every time if you can do it, if you've got the ability without seeing. It's something I'm really interested in, is this concept of these abilities, because I don't know too much about them. Oh, the other question, I can't remember it now, Dan, it's gone from my head. I did have another question, but I think it was to do with evil spirits. That was it. It was in religious texts, it says that ghosts on Earth are actually evil spirits, not that of the dead. And I was asking you to confirm that, to know if I was right. I believe anything is possible to be real. I mean, why were myths made if there wasn't any truth? I mean, people make up stories all the time, don't they? Like fables and stuff. Just to scare people at night. You could argue, like, is Lord of the Rings real? With that sort of perception. Some crimes have been resolved by psychics. I have heard of cases like that. Unless it's the psychics that did it and they're just... you know what I mean? These psychics seem to always find out where these murders are going on. This, we speak to this one here. We've got this psychic here. They go by the name of Jack the Ripper. I'm joking. Yes, you did. I've read that already. Try using the Estes method with psychic friends. Possibly, if could be thing. I think there's possibly. I've read that one already. I've seen things I can never explain, and things happened in my house I grew up in. Others saw and understood partly. It's hard to know. My hairdresser my hairdresser had another story. She's just been on holiday to somewhere, and she said that she was staying in a room. Nothing mentioned about it being haunted, and then, you know, had doors opening and closing and slamming by themselves. Showers were switching on and spraying. The doors were rattling like someone was trying to open them. And she contacts me. She's like, "Oh, Mark, it was mental." It was funny though. It was funny for me to hear. Probably not funny for her. I mean, take example, a platypus loom at the weird ass thing. They were real. I mean, things like dragons as well. Dragons are technically real because they're most likely dinosaurs. Like the ones that fly. I can't remember their names. Everything just jumps then really far forward. I probably missed a bunch now. Yeah, Megan, I mean, yes, to a degree. I've been part of an experiment with that theory, and I came close to what the item was. I just saw what had happened and where it came from. Interesting. It is what it says in the Bible. Yeah, I thought so. The platypus should not be real. Yeah, but you got to think as well. What else is in the sea? There's some stuff in the sea that looks like it's from another planet. What about when someone touches you and there's nobody there? Well, then you need to report them for. I'm joking. I know it's not that sort of touching, is it? I don't think you mean that, do you? That's not what you mean. You mean as in someone touches you, but you don't see anybody else there, not as in being groped. Am I right in saying that? I hope so. But I've been pushed me and Chris, we've been pushed. Again, how does something exert that force to push you that's invisible? Because to me, that's impossible. Although I suppose the wind can push you, and the wind is invisible. But this felt like that on our shoulders. We both went like this. Your hairdresser must be thrilled you mentioned her, but wearing a wig. 60% of the oceans uncover. Do you know NASA, before they went to space, their exploration was actually deep sea, and then they stopped at the thingy trench, the Ariana, whatever it's called, trench, and then they decided to go to space. And they say it's because the pressure, they couldn't go any further, so they stopped. And then they went to space and went to the moon, and then they stopped going there as well. And now they've stopped altogether. Makes you wonder. I might take the wig off. Is that cool? I'm really, really hot. You're going to see what I look like without it. There we go. Oh. Hello? I look like, I do, I look like Divine. Oh, that was hot. That was nice. Nice to take that off. Won't be on too much longer though. I'm sure you're all boiling. Breath. Another one, Tammy. Thank you. So, breath in your ears being blown on. I got whistle in my ear. Now I get if wind travels through certain holes and stuff, it can create a whistle. But something went in my ear right here, okay? Hey Kathy, welcome. I'm from UK. And if you've just tuned in, I'm Mark from Haunting the Truth. I'm a paranormal investigator, and we're talking theories and crazy stuff out there. I'm not claiming to know everything. We're just chucking things out there and discussing. Bit of a, what's it called? A brainstorm, I suppose, of different subjects. Is it Merjan? Merjan? I'm sorry if I just can't say your name, I'm dyslexic. Feels walkabouts. Oh, everybody's coming in now. Maybe I'll stick around for a bit. I had to take the wig off though, because I was really hot. I'm Romany Gypsy, and my nan had an amazing gift, God bless her. She could tell you things about herself. I know someone else that will know things before they've come to pass. So there was a situation once where someone was meant to be coming round to look at something. I can't remember what. And they were like, put the kettle on. They want a coffee with 2 sugars. And then they come to the door. And they were like, all right. And it's like, oh, I couldn't murder a coffee right now. Couldn't trouble you, could I? Oh, it's already made for you. That sort of things. That's odd, isn't it? Like, how people can do that, I find remarkable. And I'd love to be able to do that myself, and I'd love to understand it more. I really would. Sometimes my inability to understand things, my naive manner, can come across like I'm challenging people, but I'm not. I'm just more fascinated by the ideology around it all. It's really, really interesting stuff. Like what people are saying. But if you've got anything that you want to say as well, that's like a bit different, that's a bit out there, then feel free to do that. Whilst we're here, let's try and do that. Don't want to get my nipples out, I'll end up getting people reporting me. You see that thing that happened with Beardo? He ended up getting someone had a pop at him because he showed a bit of skin. Anyway, nonsense that, isn't it? Mark, I am too. We could have some chats. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this you could go on for ages. I'm sort of like flicking through it quite quick. You'll be mobbed, Mark. Wait, what did I say? Kathy Stokes. Stokes? Are you part of the Stokes family, the mediums? Famous, the well-known mediums. No, you know who I'm on about though. Oh yeah. I'm already on the night shift. Yeah, it's night. Okay, you probably get that a lot, don't you? People saying that. There is somebody that does the mind, body, and spirit thing in the Bower Club near me. That's that knows or is part of that family. I just wondered for a second there. But anyway, thank you for coming. Good to see you. What's wrong? The harpsichord of Mozart. Is it a little bit too weird for you? I'm sorry. Doris, yeah. That's the one, I think. Just looking at myself and thinking I'm looking a bit weird. I need something. Let me spin this round. Hang on, I'll be back. Spinning my top round because the other way is a bit too revealing. Let me put a hat on. There we go. For he who walks behind the rose. Yeah. I'm off, I've lost the plot. It's that hot, I've lost the plot. Do people want to... Oh, I need a cold shower. He's Michael Jackson now. No, I've got... This is too flat for MJ. This is my Henry Kane hat slash the Children of the Corn hat. Yeah, that's, I would put that on, but I'll be boiling if I do. Get that bit of hair like that, just coming down slightly. That's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, like that. So what are people saying? We're now hitting the hour mark. Do people want to continue chatting for a little bit, talking about these fun, like, prospects within the paranormal, things that don't make much sense? Trying to unpack different people's beliefs. If people, you know, some people might think one thing, other people might think other thing. Or shall we call it a night and let everybody go off and chill out because it's quite hot. I'm not that appealing, Dave. At least I don't think I am. I mean, I've been single my entire life, so... What's my thought on shaggle? I don't know what a shaggle figure is. Shadow figures. Could it be... For me, maybe it's... Because it's a physical form that appears in our... And you can see it. As in the ones that physically appear in, like, not ones that just appear on walls. Dimensional being. Because a dimensional creature, a fourth dimensional being, would appear as a three-dimensional shadow. It would warp a little bit though, but then all the ones that I've ever kind of caught on camera, they move about like mental. So that would also apply to that as well. What's everyone else's thoughts on that? What do people think? How old am I? 4,000 years old. I am a vampire, you see. I don't age. No one don't tell anybody my age, me. Do you think ghosts may be connected to parallel universes? Again, I mean, I'm yet to find any evidence that it is the dead that I've come across in places. Even though I've seen things fly across rooms, it's not like I've gone to Snuff Mills and then Elizabeth Somerset's physically appeared and been like, "Hello, Mark, I died up there in the castle," and you know what I mean. So it's hard for me to say that's what it is. But then again, I'm not taking away from anyone's stories where they've witnessed things themselves as concrete evidence of it being the dead. I just haven't personally had that experience yet. Wait till anyone make a note. You'll never get his age. What's your thoughts on 30 East Drive? Have you booked it for next year? No. What's the point? Overrated. Overrated. You can find places that, I kid you not, right? I paid for a place once. It cost me 300 quid. Said to be stupidly active, poltergeist activity, all sorts. None of that happened at all. Some stuff happened, don't get me wrong, but not what they were saying. Then I go and find, just from being told by an urban explorer called Mick Spanner, thank you very much Mick, much appreciated, about this care home. And he goes, "Oh yeah, apparently the staff said it's haunted there when they lived there." Anyway, I rock up there, mental, loads of stuff happens. So yeah, there's these niche places, what you want to find. I get that when you put them out there on the internet, they don't get as many views because they're not as known. But they're lost, I suppose. The people looking for evidence, they're lost. They're too busy watching Really Haunted. And if you haven't seen the roast yet on Bristol Paranormal Hunters page, that reminds me, head over and watch that. Mark, we called Crew. Well, Mark just called me a cougar then, because I'm 40. What's your... Yeah, I'm not that old. Not that that's old, I'm just not that old, if that makes sense. I'm not saying I'm not old, as in the word. Oh, I'm digging myself a hole. It's not a baby, just babe. To me, 30 East Drive overhyped, yeah. Well, I mean, whereabouts are you, Phil's Walkabout? You don't need to tell me the exact address, like area. What area are you in? The Ram Inn is a bit over hyped as well. John had loads of stories about that place, which he just made up. Yeah, it is. It is hard to believe unless you experience it. I mean, I used to be completely skeptical until I experienced things, and then I had to sit down and go, do you know what? I was wrong. And I'm probably wrong as well about loads of other things, because I'm yet to experience them. I'm guessing late 20s, I've got at least 10 years. Feeling it depends who goes, if the spirits will do anything. I don't get in relationships anyway. Not that there's anything wrong with anybody that wants to get in a relationship with me, I just don't do it. I seen 2 shadow figures at Shepton Mallet, one B-wing and one in A-wing. See, I never had this happen. I went to Shepton Mallet prison and I got my bum out in one of the areas. If you want to know the rest of that story, say yes. Bit of a price booked in, just experience it though. Yeah, I mean, it is really expensive. Where did you book? Was it the prison or the... Where is it you've booked? Phil's Walkabout. A lot of these places are money grabs now. States, yeah, I know. I want to go to the La Laurie Mansion? I want to go there. I want to go to Magnolia Lane Plantation. Oh, you want to know the story? Some of you might have heard this story before. So basically, it's obviously an abandoned prison, and they said this. We were going to different units in the prison, and they said this unit here is where people got locked up for sex offences. So, you know, without going into detail, you know what that means. Not just people that are younger, but all sorts of sex offences, including the R word, which I'm not going to say because it's YouTube and you can't say it. So, anyway, we were all there, blah blah blah, blah, and then we had some free time, and I went to that section in the prison on my own, and I went into the showers area on my own, and I got my bum out, and I went, "Let's have it then, come on, let's have it." And nothing happened. But back then I was really sceptical, so I don't know if I'd do that now. Actually, I probably would, knowing me. I did it though. My paranormal company, through my paranormal company, I don't bother with HMS Warrior. I think I was with Spooktacular at the time when Shannon Bill still ran it. It's gone downhill since then. Go to FF. Fuck's it. What? Got to something. Have a poo? I don't know. You off, are you? If you're off, then thank you for coming. Is your birthday? Wait, whose birthday? Today? Or in general? I'm missing stuff here. You want to try egg soap on her? No. Oh, I sounded a bit like... No. I need some more. I'll see if I can do this. Hang on. Oh. Okay. No. For a second, I sounded like Snape, and I can't do it again. That was a one-hit wonder. Oh, in a few days' time. It's my 60th next month. Well, have a good one. What's that in which years? Like 12? I'm only messing. You know, like you say, people, like a cat is obviously known as a familiar for a witch, and you say, what's that in cat years? So I just, yeah, it just popped into my head. September 1st, what are you getting me? What do you mean, what am I getting you? Am I not enough? I'm joking. You have a black cat. A ring? Dave? No. Not like, got sneeze coming. Oh. See, some people, they think sneezes are you releasing the evil spirits. Okay, right, here's another question before we wrap things up, right? A lot of stuff now that we see as the paranormal ghosts, entities, demons, you know, everything we've been talking about, items flying across rooms, stuff like that. The reason I said earlier, how can things make a knock, or how can things be chucked without a known energy within physics, is because obviously things like telekinetic energy and psychic kinetic energy are us as human beings drawing upon sort of kind of kooky concepts to try and understand things mentally ourselves. And this concept has been done for decades. And the reason I find it hard to just say, oh yeah, it's the auras, it's psychic kinetic energy, it's this, it's that, and pull from, you know, these out there theories, is because back in the day, you know, the sun would solar eclipse, and then, you know, there'd be a blood moon, and then suddenly, like, all the cattle would die, and then they would be like, oh, we need to appease the gods, that's the gods, that it's a sign from the gods that we've done bad. When in reality now we know that it's a solar eclipse is to do with, you know, the moon going in front of the sun, and we know what blood moons are as well. And it was our lack of understanding back in the day that caused us as humans to pull these perceptions. Like, at the time it was from deities. People do it now with aliens as well. They go, oh, I don't know what that strange object is in the sky, therefore it must be an alien. No, it's an unidentified object in the sky. Like, unless they land next to us and go, right, you don't know this, right? And that's where I struggle with this sort of trying to accept the out there stuff, because in back of my mind I'm going, maybe we just haven't discovered what it is yet. Am I making sense? Let's read the comments. You're very welcome. Bless you, Mark. What did I say? Did I say something nice? Jamie, he can interpret naughty or naughty. What have you said? I remember now. I remember you. What? Oh. I'll send you some stuff to learn on scientific theory for paranormal investigations, mate. Yeah, please do. Please do. I'll look into it. I am still looking into these courses that you sent me as well. I just want to know if they mean, like, what they would mean, if they would help me in any way. Or am I just going to challenge everything? I challenge, by the way, I don't just challenge stuff in the paranormal, I challenge everything in life. If someone says to me, this works because of this, I go, well, how? Take it apart, I want to know. I'm that type of person. It's the ADHD in me. I ain't got shitloads of BS. I will do I will do videos one day where I talk about really deep stuff, and it's probably gonna get a bit heated, but I would hope that it could be kept, like, respectable, if that makes sense. Thank you, Jamie, for the reminder. Oh, by the way, those of you that are mods, if you type, I think it's !Discord. My camera's disappeared. It brings up the Discord like that. Let me just fix my camera. I knocked something there. I do apologise. Come on. There we are. I'm back. And if you type !knock, it should do knocks as well. He's doing it now as well. But don't spam them. Oh, here we go. I shouldn't have told you about these new toys that I added. I've got this like bot thing that does scripts and stuff. If anyone wants to know how to do it, just let me know. I can tell you how to set that up. What were we talking about? I should be able to also pin comments, but I think I'm the only person that can do that now. So I can do that. Yeah. Well, it doesn't show up very big though, does it? Is that eligible for people? I don't know. I don't have your Discord. Yeah, it's... Oh, what's the Discord link, mods? What is it? Let's see. There we go. It's just that. You just click that, sign up to Discord, and you're in. Not that anyone's really there anymore. Myself, Amory, and Dave talk a fair bit, and occasionally you get some other people. There's a lot of people from TikTok that came in, and I gave them their own chat room because they're a bit overexcited, so I had to give them their own space. But yeah, might go on TikTok tonight as well, at about 1 o'clock in the morning if anyone's up. So if you want to see that, I'll be on there as well. Oh yeah, right, 9:15 now. Maybe we should start wrapping up. Might go for a walk because I'm bloody boiling. Might get iced coffee actually as well. But is there anything else for invite invalid? Really? Give me a minute. I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe it's just, maybe it refreshes itself then. Yeah, it did. That's annoying. So I need to reset that up then. How do I make it a permalink? Oh, it expires after 7 days. Never. There we go. Generate new link. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. That should now work. The new link. I will change it in the bot as well. It's good to know these things. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. Where is it? Join Discord, command, core command, message. That one. There we go. I've changed it in there as well. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Notice you can always say hi on there when someone new joins. You can't always say hi on there when someone new joins. Oh, in the welcome area, I took out the ability to say hi in there because it also sends someone has joined in the general chat, and I was like, you may as well just say it in the general chat because people were saying hi in 2 places and it was just confusing things and causing, yeah, it was to help my own brain. But yeah, anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you've liked it. I'm glad everyone that's come in has enjoyed this evening. If you've got any other questions or subjects you want me to go through, I will put out a poll. Not a poll though. I'll put a question out. I'll put a question out after this on the community, on Haunted the Truth community, asking for any recommendations or anything you want me to go further into, or if you would like to come on with me and discuss things with me, let me know. Until next time, nothing's coming out this Sunday because, well, okay, I was supposed to, before I go, I was supposed to film with Josh, and we were supposed to do a watch back at our scariest moments, but unfortunately Josh fell ill and had to go to hospital. I haven't really spoke too much on it because it's hard for me, but he's okay and he's recovering now. So hopefully, you know, in the future, he's saying he wants to get back and do some podcasts with me and do some videos with me. I said to him, don't worry about the investigations, we can always do some podcasts, but there isn't going to be anything this Sunday. Sunday after though, will be an episode at Broccoli Coombe Woods. And of course I will go live as well on the Wednesday coming. Maybe go live on Sunday as well, who knows. But thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for all the support. It means everything to me, honestly. I don't know what I'd do. It's my life ambition to entertain people and to give people something different than their average day-to-day life. So the fact that you guys are here, new and old, means a lot. Have a good evening. I admit you just came in, you are too late, but you can watch it back, don't you worry. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Namaste. And if I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And hey Faith, good morning from Australia. I am now off, Faith, but feel free to subscribe and come into the next live. Thank you for joining though, I do appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.